T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Hello. Hello, lovely people. I hope you're well and welcome back to the official first live match preview of the 22-23 season. And it is the curtain raiser of all curtain raisers. It is a Liverpool versus Manchester City in the Community Shield. First place versus second in the league. Winners of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup versus the league winners. Pep versus Klopp. Haaland versus Nunes. Salah versus Mahrez. De Bruyne versus... Yeah. We'll see. Let's say Thiago. We'll go Thiago. We'll throw them Thiago at De Bruyne.
I was gonna be shady, but I've got to try and
so was I, mate.
Yeah, I've got to untrain it. Yeah.
Now's not the time. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Big game. Well, do you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost handed in my resignation on Kop-Ish yesterday. Obviously, I wasn't able to watch or do the watch along, and I literally flicked on, and when I flicked on, and I heard, "Now that Cal's not here, I can be honest. This game doesn't really matter." I was like, "Raw." I was like, "Huh? Am I back?" I was like, "Oh, okay." And then Matt kind of brought it back again. You were just like, "Nah, it doesn't really matter." So I mean, Drift, what gone, bro? Like, do you want me to just duck out, bro? He's like, I thought we were on the same page, bro. Win at all costs, win every game, but
we haven't been on the same page about the Community Shield for a minute still, bro.
I know, but I didn't expect you to like stab me in the back in public. I was Game of Thrones stuff right there, bro.
Bro, look, I mean, we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna get into it. I don't really know what importance this game has other than the enemy for the last decade or so maybe is the team we're playing. Other than that, I don't really like, say it was Wigan, for example, we're playing in this game. I don't think anybody would care. I really don't.
That's where you're wrong.
Well, you would care. If it was Wigan, you would care, bro.
Bro, shall I tell you what it is? It's, for me, momentum building. For me, it's another trip to Wembley, learning how to win at Wembley, scoring a goal in normal time and beating a team without having to be on penalties. Also putting down a mark for the season. I think, let's say, for example, we went out there and we got pasted. I think that could have a real knock-on effect for the rest of the season. Whereas if we go out there and we win, I think it could give us a lift. And even as fans, they could be like, "Oh, you know what? Like, we may have something here more than what we thought." Plus, also, you see in 2001 when Gerard Houllier won that collection of trophies, how many trophies did he win?
Was it 5?
What was the 5th one?
Yeah, but I feel embarrassed to even act like we added that one.
You feel embarrassed?
Bro, don't you remember how we all laughed at Man United when Jose was like, I won 3 trophies, and we're like, he's not counting the Community Shield. And he tried to come out and he tried to count the Community
It's not
Shield.
even at Wembley. It's at the King Power.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
But even better than, do you know why? Because we didn't.
Oh, I was gonna say we did win at Wembley in the semi, remember?
Yeah, but we didn't win at the King Power last season, and we didn't score a goal. So the sentiment's still the same. Win, 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 win. F everything else. Win, 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 win. As J Rock would say.
Fuck everything else. Look, I want to win the game because we're playing the enemy, but I don't care about losing the game. That's probably the better way to put it. I want to win the game because we're playing against City, but I don't actually care about losing. Or I won't be bothered if we lose. If we get a pasting, I don't want to get a pasting off anybody. But, you know, if we were, something dramatic would have to happen for Liverpool to lose like 4-0. There'd have to be something pretty dramatic for us to lose the game 4-0. So I don't really worry about getting a pasting. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's I don't know. Maybe I'll feel different tomorrow if we win. But right now it feels Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, sorry. But right now it just feels like I'm more happy football's back than there's an opportunity to win the Community Shield. So
fair enough. I know a couple people in the comments are saying obviously when we lost against them, we went on to win the league. But I don't think you can necessarily say that we just go out and lose and then we're going to automatically win the league. I'm pretty sure Man City have won the Community Shield and then gone on subsequently to win the league. So
only one time though.
Yeah, but they still did it though, bro. We haven't done it.
Arsenal won the Community Shield and finished 8th.
Yeah, but come on, that's Arsenal.
No, I'm just saying. And Leicester won the Community Shield and then finished 9th.
Yeah, but where were they? But where were Arsenal and Leicester expected to finish that season? Probably around those positions.
Leicester were meant to finish higher than 9th.
Yeah, all right, but not first or second, right?
No, they weren't meant to win it. Right?
Where is Liverpool and Man City meant to finish this season? Or the season coming?
1 and 2.
All right, then. So it could give us that little boost, or it could put a little. All right, Drift. Let's say we go out there and we lose. I don't want to say it, but let's say, for example, we don't win the game 3-0.
Yeah.
How are you going to be feeling after that game? Be honest.
Right, there's a caveat to that. How seriously Klopp take the team in terms of the starting lineup that he put out, the tactics that he used in the game. There has to be context added to that. Like, say, for example, he put the team out that played the first half against Salzburg. Then I would be like, oh, Klopp didn't even really care. Do you know what I mean? If he put the team out that came on and played the last half an hour of the Salzburg game and then we didn't win 3-0, then I'd be a bit like, oh, hold on a minute. There were some heavy hitters out there. How the hell did that happen? But I still wouldn't care about the trophy. I would just be bothered about why the players aren't ready for the season the following week.
I'm not upset with you. I'm just disappointed.
Maybe if they made the trophy feel better, bigger, I don't know. I'm not glad. I think this is just ingrained in me from when I was little. The Charity Shield just never really meant anything, and I don't think it does anymore.
But why is it that we're the only country that kind of downplays it? Because I'm not going to lie to you. If we win it, it will get downplayed. If we lose it, it will get spoken about like it's one of the best trophies to win. So
yeah, but that's only because of agendas.
Fair dues. Well, overall, the last time we played these guys in the Community Shield, we lost on penalties. It's a very entertaining game. Could have gone either way, to be fair. Maybe you could say we should have edged it. Now, that being said, going into this game, there's no Alisson, no Kelleher, no Jota, no Tsimikas, and no Calvin Ramsey.
Big blow, the Jota news today, man.
Same with Kelleher and Ramsey, if I'm going to be honest, because there's no
time. I don't actually. Oh, was there no time limit put on there?
Well, the thing with the Ramsey one is no one knows what's going on with it.
Yeah, it is a bit weird, isn't it?
Very weird to me.
And we got a young 17-year-old badding it up in his absence, making it look like we didn't even need him, bro.
I won't go that far.
Have you been seeing how good the kid is?
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
bro?
Mbappe looks good. He does, but it's still early for me to be like, yeah, we didn't really need Rams.
No, I hear that, but the guy's out here looking like a young Davies, bro. I'm just saying. So the future looks bright for Mbappe. I can't even lie to you, bro.
Let's not forget about Connor Bradley as well, who's just gone out on loan.
But Mbappe looks better than Bradley to me.
I think he's more athletic. I think Bradley looks better technically.
Oh, I'll say Bradley may be better defensively.
I
say
think
Mbappe looks
technically as
better
well.
technically. Do you think
I
so?
think
No, I think
technically.
Mbappe looks like he's a bit techie with it still.
Bradley's very good technically, you know.
He's a good player. I do like Bradley, but I would say Mbappe is better though. I think he suits the way we play more, which I think is more important than anything.
I don't know. It's a nice battle to see, and it'll be good. It'll be good to see how they both go. That being said, then we know Adrian's starting and going. Look, before anyone comes for Adrian's had a very good pre-season.
Yeah, yes.
He's had a very good pre-season. The goal he conceded yesterday, don't think he could have done much about.
No.
But he made a brilliant save before that when I can't remember someone made
the pre-season. Yeah. It was Gomez. He tried to head it clear, but he headed it back right to the.
The only thing with that is I don't know if he heard a call from Adrian or not.
Yeah, it was a mistake. Yeah, I don't know why he did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know because if he didn't hear a call, then it's not a mistake. If he heard a call, then it is a mistake. So we technically don't know.
Yeah, it was if it was his fault, it was a bad mistake. Though he headed it straight to the striker.
But if he wasn't given a shout, then for me that wasn't a mistake.
Fair enough.
But obviously we know Adrian's in goal. Who do you reckon the starting defenders will be?
I think Klopp thinks like you. So I think he wants to win the game and have momentum.
He better be like me as Liverpool manager. better be.
No, because if memory serves me correct, we put quite a weak team out when we played Arsenal in the Community Shield 2 years ago.
No,
I don't think we went full strength, did we?
Yeah, the only person I didn't start was Trent because he was injured. Nico started.
Did we go full strength in that game?
Yeah, we pretty much did as far as I can remember.
Oh, that's embarrassing. And we didn't win. That's embarrassing.
We lost on penalties.
Yeah, it's the Arsenal, bro. I'll probably go Trent, Matip, Virgil, and Robbo as the back four.
All right. 3 out of 4, no issues with. Well, 4 out of 4 I have no issues with, but you know who I'm going to ask about and ask, is this the right player for this game? And that's Matip. Haaland is pacey, strong. Matip's our most intelligent centre-back, barring Virgil. Do you know, dare I say, even including Virgil, Matip still might be our most intelligent centre-back. Is he suited for this game, though, as opposed to Konate or Gomez?
Well, do you know why I'm going Matip? Based off of the fact that Matip and Virgil were the two he brought on like he was bringing the big hitters on yesterday. Whereas he went with Gomez and Ibu in the first half, which felt like he was playing the squad players. I don't know if you felt like that, but with Carvalho and Elliott playing, Mabea playing, man like Ish in midfield, I'm still thinking about how you actually pronounce his name, so I'm just calling him Ish for now.
Bishetic, I believe it is.
Yeah. Me in the comments was like people was trying. I'm just gonna call him Ish. It makes it easier. So if you look at the way at the people he was playing, it felt like he was going with the reserves for the first half, and then he brought the big hitters on for the last half an hour or whatever it was. And that makes me feel like Matip is part of the, you know what I mean, is the big hitter, which is why I'm going with it. There's no logic behind it. I'm just going based off of what it looked like he was doing in the game.
All right. You mentioned this a word there, the R word, reserves. A certain someone played in that team. And I'm going to skip midfield because we're going to come back to it. But attack-wise, I think Diaz and Salah pick themselves. Who starts through the middle with no Jota?
I think he's going to go Bobby, you know.
Who would you go with?
Bobby.
Why would you go Bobby?
Because I think Nunes coming off the bench in a pressure game is a bit better for his first team debut in a competitive game than it is to like just throw him into the deep end. And I have a slight feeling that Nunes coming off the bench maybe for half an hour could possibly be a bit more impactful to City because they're not used to him. Whereas because they're used to Bobby, maybe Bobby can't be as impactful off the bench. Just literally the unknown identity of like they don't really know what to expect with Nunes. So if Bobby runs them around for an hour and then Nunes comes on for half an hour, that could maybe be a bit more unpredictable. And something that, we spoke about behind the scenes of like the new pattern of play seems to not quite have kicked in yet. And it doesn't seem like we quite get it yet, which is understandable. It's going to take time. It's a new way of playing. It's not just going to happen overnight. Maybe against City, it's a bit better to revert to type at first. Do you know what I mean? To just so we know what we're doing and let Bobby facilitate for Mo. Let Diaz do his thing. And you know what I mean? It could be better that way. And again, I really don't mean this with any shade either, but it could be his swan song. The way the rumours are going around, bruv, it might be the last opportunity we get to even see Bobby in a competitive Liverpool game.
Klopp did come out and say he's still essential for us. And the reason why I would be more shocked if Bobby left than if he stayed at this point is simply because of Jota. I think Jota was fit and match fit. We may have more of a conversation on our hands. He's not even...
Do you want to know the rumours that I heard today, though, bro?
Go on. Liverpool
have been in contact with a few teams about a few players. One of them being Nkunku. And big up to anyone who watched the Summer Daily Show, you'll know the other couple players that I mentioned. Apparently, 55 million is what Liverpool have discussed for Nkunku, which is less than we thought it would go for, but it's still a big fee, right? We get 20 for Bobby. It's not far-fetched to think Liverpool would put 30 on top because they'd know they have to replace Bobby with adequate quality. So you never know. I'm not saying I think it's going to happen, but you never know, bro. Because I think the point that worries me about why Bobby is going to go is because with 1 year left on his contract, we don't have any control in the situation. And I think if the Mane thing showed anything, it's Liverpool now aren't as willing to let a player go for free as we maybe thought they were, because Mo got the contract signed. We was worried about all of them, but Mo signed.
Mane wanted to leave though, bro.
But the rumblings are that Firmino doesn't want to go, but the idea of Juve interests him though. So it could end up being similar to the Mane one where he thinks, do you know what? This could be actually a good test for the end of my career. So I don't think Mane wants to, Firmino wants to go in the way Mane did. But I think he's up for the idea of it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Let's cut you. I don't think the Nkunku things... Jamrock's put it here as well. I was going to say this. He signed a new deal, plus there's a release clause in it from next year. So the 55 million would be lower than what his release clause is actually next year. I think his release clause is about 60 million pounds next year.
Okay. So, well, that's just what I read today. Like I said, I'm not saying it's a factual thing, but that's what I read today. That around 55 million is what Liverpool have been talking to them about. And again, talking doesn't even mean that it's...
I was going to say, that just sounds like flirting, and ultimately you're going to hear, "Oh, I've got a man." Like, I mean, everyone knows, like, the fact that we spent so much on Nunes, Leipzig aren't going to sit there and go, "Well, what? You're taking our prize asset for 55 mil, but you took theirs for 64, rising to 85. You mad?" Like,
maybe there'd be add-ons with the Nkunku deal then. Maybe it'd be 55 up front and then there'd be add-ons or something.
But the add-ons for me would have to surpass what... He's a better player than Nunes. With all due respect to Nunes, he's a better player. He's more established as well. So...
I don't know if I'll say he's more established. Would you say he's more established?
Yeah, I would. This is Nunes's... Last season was Nunes's breakout season.
It was arguably Nkunku's as well, though.
I think it was Nkunku's best season. I think his breakout season was the season before. I think that's when people started to take note. I think last season was everyone was like, "Raw, he's actually done better than even better than what he did the season before. So, and RB Leipzig, they're stern negotiators, as we found out with Naby Keïta. And for them to
I hear that.
in the window might be difficult as well. So I'd be shocked if I'm going to be honest. If Bobby were to go and get someone to compete with Salah. The only problem is, and the reason I say that is because if Jota's going to be out for a little while, and let's say Núñez doesn't hit the ground running, then at least Salah can play through the middle if need be, and then you can go with whoever else is there on the right. And then
I would just be happy. I would just be happy with a forward who can play across the front, Cal. I reckon that would where we should go and get somebody. We'd go get your boy DRB or somebody. He's actually versatile. You can pretty much play him across the front. You know
that's what I want. I want someone who can play on the right and left, but is ideally left-footed or both.
We don't have a replacement for Diaz. I don't think a lot of people have realised. We don't.
Oh, I've been saying this, but Carvalho for me replicates better on the left what Diaz does than what Elliott does on the right for Salah, though. So I think we can get away with it.
Pre-season has proven neither of them are quite up to being in that position.
Oh, I've been saying this though, bro. I've been saying this,
and it is a worry.
So Pedro Neto, again, everyone knows where my thoughts are on that. I think that's the guy. I really do, but I don't see. He signed a contract recently as well, so
did Gnabry, innit?
Yeah, Callum Curse is strong at the moment this time of year.
No, I wanted Gnabry as well, bro. I was trying my hardest to get that one popping as well, bro.
I reckon Anthony ends up at United.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head at the beginning with the DRB thing, bro. I think he is actually the perfect Klopp player, very versatile, not both-footed the way maybe I don't know, like a Cazorla is, but he's still, he might not be Dembele two-footed, but he's still good with both feet.
Who is Dembele two-footed though? Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and he's another one, bro. You see what he's doing at the moment?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh goodness, he tore Juventus a new one.
Oh, is
bro.
it? Yeah, no.
Two new ones.
I found it very hard to watch a team play with man who aren't even registered, but they're playing. It was weird. It's weird, bro. It's so weird, bro.
Yeah,
because it's pre-season, they can play in it. So I'm seeing like Lewandowski and Rafinha. I'm like, these men aren't even actually registered.
Drift, just imagine this year. Imagine I said to you, Drift, I'm in some real bad situation. Can you just lend me some money to help me get through this? And you lend me $1,000. And I'm like, Drift, thank you so much. This has saved me. I'm good for it when you need it back. Yeah, Cal. Obviously, I know you're good. Cal, can I get that $1,000 back? Brother, I'm still in a bad way, you know. And then the next time you see me, I'm a brand new car. As I'm coming out of the car, I've got a little dog. I brought a dog, bro.
A pedigree, innit?
Yeah.
It costs $1,000.
Yeah. Bought a new dog. Fendi from head to toe, bro. Gucci belt on top of the Fendi tracksuit just for the sake of it. And Balenciaga's on my feet.
Hermes belt on the back in case you feel like changing.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Gucci headband. I don't even wear headbands, bro. And then you go, Cal, where's that money? I still ain't got it, you know, Drew. But anyway, I'm gonna catch you later because I gotta go to Harrods, brother. I'm not getting back in that car using my full capacity, am I, bro? Let's be real. Barcelona are pulling more than a fast one. Good job
you got a sports car, bro, because man would have to get the fuck out of there real quick, bro.
What they're doing to Frankie de Jong, I'm actually surprised this isn't being more highlighted in the media. And he's owed, him as a person, is owed 17 million euros.
But you know they owe quite a lot of other players money as well, though.
I know, but we don't know who the others are. And we ain't got figures. But bro, if there's a man in your team, you owe 17 million euros, and this summer you've gone and bought Koundé, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Kessie. Who else is coming?
Christensen. Yeah, they're boying it, bro. Re-signed Dembele.
Re-signed Dembele to
They're boying it, bro. They're boying it.
Bro, I'm sorry. Frankie de Jong is a better man than
they owe PK 80 million.
Oh, no.
That can't be right.
No, it can't be.
That can't be right.
But I'm gonna be real with you. Frankie's a better man than me because I'd be up in the office at Barcelona. I'd be taking over their social media. I'd be gripping up the finance man. Everyone in sight would be getting it because they are taking liberties right now. But you know what this is to me? If this season don't work out for Barcelona, they might be done as a club, you know. And when I mean done as a club, I'm not talking about not being competitive. I'm talking about done.
Well, here's the thing. I did watch this thing that Graham Hunter was talking about. You know, he's very clued up on Spain. And apparently they've got a lot of future investments coming in that cover their back. Like apparently 15% of their TV revenue for this year was worth like over 200 million. Then I think they sold like 20% of their TV revenue for next year, which is worth like 280 million. Or so like they've done a lot of things that's like future proof their money. So like they're kind of gonna be okay. And like the way Graham Hunter was explaining it was like it's all legit. They're not actually doing anything dodgy. You know, a lot of us are like apparently everything they're doing is like
sounds like Graham Hunter caught some of that money that Frankie de Jong's owed. That's what that sounds like. You tell me that they owe people money and they're buying other people. They can't register. If you can't register someone, you're doing something illegal.
Well, technically, yeah.
But boy, back to the team. So you said you'd start Bobby. I personally fully understand what you're saying in terms of Núñez would be more of an impact off the bench. But I disagree with the sentiment that we can't throw him in at the deep end.
I'm not saying we can't. Yeah. I'm not saying we can't. Yeah.
Play Champions League football, played against us in the Champions League, and we got to the final, and we've been one of the best in Europe since 17-18. He's a Liverpool player now. These are the games for me he's bought for. And I'd rather him do this game, see if he can sink or swim from now, rather than wait 2-3 months into the season and find out he can't. So for me, I'd actually start him in this game, and if things aren't going right, then I'd revert to type.
Yeah, I understand that as well. I haven't got a problem with either or, bro, to be honest with you. I haven't got a problem with either or. Let's be honest. Whichever way we go, we're still strong up front. So Diaz, Núñez, and Salah, or Diaz, Bobby, and Salah is still a strong front line. So
here we go now. Midfield.
Hello.
Here we go. Who you starting and why? I know what you're going to say. I'm hoping you don't say it because I don't want us to fall out in front of everyone.
Yeah,
but I think I know what you're going to say.
Let's try not to fall out then. I'll go Hendo, Naby, and Carvalho. That would be my three in midfield.
That's your opinion, Drifter. I'm absolutely fine with it.
No, you're not. Bro, I'm saving Thiago and Flacco for Fulham, Cal. Swear down, bro. I'm saving them for Fulham, bro.
I don't agree, but I respect your opinion, Drifty.
So who you going with? Who you starting, bro?
Fabinho, Thiago, and Elliot.
Raw, you've literally picked a completely different three from me.
Yeah. And I'll justify it.
Oh, you don't have to, bro. It's a good midfield.
No, I'm going to justify mine because you're going to have to justify yours in a bit. So I'm going to give you a bit of time. Flacco and Thiago are our two best midfielders. And the reason why I go with Elliot, and I think these are, especially off the comments of Klopp seemed frustrated that no one was getting in and around Núñez. Now, I don't think that's the players' fault. I actually think that's down to the coaching staff because we know Núñez isn't a player who's going to drop deep and get involved in the play like that. But we don't have a midfielder who can get the ball to Núñez or drive up the pitch with the ball. So you're asking a team to do stuff they've never done before and asking a player to do something he's never done before. So for me, you've got to change the personnel. I love Henderson to bits, but I don't want to really see Henderson in right centre midfield, especially in this game, because I don't think technically and ball retention wise, he's what we need in that position. Now, that being said, Elliott's going to take more risks than Henderson. He's not going to be as good defensively, but I think he gives you more in attack. Therefore, I think Elliott can actually join up and support Núñez better than Henderson would. And I think he would give more of a threat by being able to play passes to Salah and Diaz as well. So I love Hendo, but for me, Elliott's the guy who's got to start in that right centre midfield. And also the reason why I'm not saying Carvalho, simply because he's not played there all pre-season. Elliott has played in the 8 for us.
I hear that. Although Carvalho can carry the ball from midfield to attack, though, so I think he can do what Elliott does. Maybe not in that same position. You're right. I think Elliott is better in that position, but like the actual sentiment of being a midfielder that can carry the ball, I think he can do it probably better than Elliott, if I'm being honest with you. But obviously, it just remains to be seen whether he can do it for Liverpool, because obviously Championship and Premier League at different levels. I remember I'm playing Hendo in the 6. So I agree with you. I don't really think Henderson should play the 8 unless we have an emergency. Like, I'm probably the biggest Hendo guy. But even I'm like, yeah, I don't really think Hendo should play 8 anymore unless we actually have no option. But I'm playing Hendo in the 6.
Would you do a double pivot? Would you go Bobby in a 10?
Oh, go Bobby and Núñez straight away in a 3-2.
In fact,
I don't think Klopp likes the idea of the 4-2-3-1. You know, he just never really seems to want to do it. I think he's played the 4-2-4 more than he's played the 4-2-3-1. I don't think he likes it, Cal. I don't know. I just don't think he likes that. I don't know.
I don't think 4-3-3 is going to work with Núñez unless we change. Not unless we get a midfielder who can drive forward with the ball. With our current crop of midfielders, I don't see it working.
Well, this is why I've picked Naby, because all jokes aside, I know a lot of us have said that we think Naby should go and his time is up and he hasn't been good enough. That's all true. I'm not going to act like that wasn't true. I've said it before and I believe it. But he is the best ball carrying midfielder in our team if he's on his day. He is. Therefore, I'm hoping, because Naby was good yesterday. It's only pre-season, but he was good yesterday and he's looked pretty good in general through pre-season. I like the fact he has dropped the shoulder and driven with the ball a bit. And that's what Naby is good at. I don't get why he doesn't do what he's good at. Like, if I told you, Cal, come around my house and help me to do some DIY. If you're brilliant at laying carpets and decorating, why would you go and do the electrical stuff? You'd be like, no, Drift, you know what? Let me do the carpet. Like, that's what I'm good at. Why are you going to waste your time trying to do the electricals? It's stupid, right? You'd be like, no, let me lay the carpet. I want Naby to lay the carpet. Like, that's what he's good at. Stop trying to do all the other stuff around the house and go and do what you're good at.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I wasn't massively impressed by Naby yesterday.
I wasn't massively impressed, but he looked good.
I'll be honest, quite the opposite. I actually don't think he had a good game.
Right, okay. Let me finish my drink.
I know. I don't think he did have a good game. There was times where he got run past. He was losing the ball. I think he did one good thing where he got the ball, but then the shot after it was poor.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I'm struggling to think and figure out what Naby's doing at the moment.
No, I agree. But it's sink or swim time for Naby now, isn't it? And you know what? It also proves to Klopp.
4 years, though, innit, bro? Or 3 years, should I say?
No, we have. But here's the other thing. Maybe the more we play Naby, the more Klopp will realize he's making a mistake. And again, I mean that with no shade. But if Naby plays, that's the only way Klopp might realize he's not quite the guy. But at the same time, if he has a good game, then he can be a brilliant player. And the thing is, what's mad is people have turned their nose up at me saying play Henderson and Naby, but they are two of our best midfielders, which is either scary or maybe people should not turn their nose up at it. I don't quite know which one it is. I'm guess most people are going to lean towards the side of it's scary because they're going to say it means we need better quality. But they are two of our best midfielders. But people get really antsy if I say play them. Like, oh, how can you say play them? I'm like, guys, out of our players, they're two of our best. What would you say? They're third and fourth, right? Thiago and Flacco are 1 and 2, and then Hendo and Naby are 3 and 4. So how mad is it if people are turning their nose up at me saying let's play our third and fourth best players? That's a bit mad, isn't it, when you think about it?
It's not mad. It's what a lot. Well, I'd say about 95% of the fan base have been saying. The midfield's not been good enough. And here's the thing: we sign one good midfielder, I think it changes the whole narrative. Because Naby and Hendo being our fourth and fifth choice as opposed to our third and fourth changes the narrative. In the same way, Carvalho being our third choice winger, going from being third choice to fourth choice winger, changes the narrative. But for whatever reason,
I don't like Carvalho out wide.
I prefer Carvalho out wide than Elliott.
Yeah, but only just.
Yeah.
Only just.
But I mean, I don't know. So Curtis Jones was the other name you put in there, right?
No. I didn't play Curtis. No.
Oh, who you say so? It's Hendo, Naby, and
Hendo, Naby, and Carvalho would be my midfield three.
Okay.
So Carvalho can carry the ball. Maybe shoot as well.
I think defensively we get run through in that midfield.
But as Matt likes to say, Naby's actually underrated defensively. So his interceptions and stuff are meant to be quite good. So with him and Henderson playing, and we know Hendo's good in the number 6. We all know that. I think that's one thing the fan base have no issue with, or I hope not, is that Henderson is a brilliant backup in the number 6 to Flacco. And I think Henderson played well when he came on yesterday as well. He looked sharp. He looked like maybe he's got a bit of his fitness. He maybe arrested him good. Like, I think he came on and actually started to do some good passing yesterday as well, which is something people always criticize Henderson for. So I don't know, man. I just think Flacco and Thiago should be kept ready for the start of the season, bro, for the Fulham game. That's my opinion. But
also, I've got to say and hold my hands up. We debated going back and forth on this, and I think you're absolutely spot on about Curtis Jones needing a loan move.
It's really hard for me to swallow the realization of Curtis might not be good enough. It actually bothers me, Cal, because you know how much of a Curtis guy I am. It really bothers me. I might have to come to the realization that he's not good enough, but he's got to go on loan and prove himself, man.
I think he does. I think him staying at the club at this point, I think is counterproductive for him and for us.
He's becoming stagnant, isn't it? He's literally becoming stagnant, just getting 20 minutes here and 20 minutes there. It's not helping him, and he's 20 now. He's too old for that shit now, you know? He's got to go and play like Conor Gallagher did and Tomori and players who we probably thought weren't that good. Even look at Tammy Abraham. We thought they weren't really that good, but look what happened when they go and play and actually get regular game time. Tammy looks like a brilliant striker now. Tomori is one of the best young centre-backs in the world. And Conor Gallagher might not be ripping up trees, but he's definitely proved he's better than we thought he was. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got to go on and have a loan move, play proper top-level competitive football and prove you're of a level. Look at someone like Lamptey. I know it's mad I'm naming all these Chelsea things. It shows how many bloody youth players Chelsea's got. But nobody rated Lamptey before he left Chelsea. Yeah. Now look, bro, everybody knows how brilliant he is now, bro, because he played maybe not as regularly as he should because he gets injured quite a bit. But once he went to Brighton and he knew he was a first-team player and he played regularly, everybody realised how brilliant he was. At Chelsea, nobody knew Lamptey was good.
Not like this.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to go on loan, Jones. I just find it, you're right, counterproductive is a perfect workout. It makes absolutely zero sense to keep Jones on Liverpool's bench, getting 10 minutes here and 20 minutes there and not developing. Brozier, another one. Nobody knew Brozier was that good till he went Southampton.
Yeah.
Chelsea have got way too many young players on loan, you know. Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that Chelsea could have kept some of these players and they'd have been in a better position than they are now.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Saying that, though, no one would have expected Thanos, aka Barcelona, to just rip the rug from out and underneath them every single time. But even today, there was a story that came out about a player. I think it was they're looking at Fofana. Barcelona liked the post, bro. It's like they're just hovering over Chelsea, basically saying, we ain't done. Anyone that you go for is ours, basically.
But I really hope Chelsea don't get Fofana, though. That'd be big.
Well, if Barcelona moving the way they're moving, then they ain't going to get him.
I hope not.
So, and we have these super chats before we do score predictions. And guys, please do smash the like button if you haven't already. Camo, You'll Never Walk Alone says, hope you lads are well. Thanks as always. Was wondering myself, how would you rate Sadio's seasons, worst to best? Could be an idea to do for other players in the video. Thanks for the content as always. You know, we'd have to actually do that as a separate video, you know.
That's a brilliant members. That's a like a whole, like, what would you call it? Like a season. Like we could actually make that a members thing, like where every episode is another player. I like that idea still. That's a good idea.
I really like that idea. That's going to be hard with Sadio as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Little Man, shout out to Little Man, says Jesus was the one, right side backup and striker. City would never have sold to us though. No, they would never have sold to us.
But it's a brilliant. That's why I haven't even fronted on it. Brilliant signing.
No, same here. Can't front on that. Jesus is the truth, man.
Yeah.
The only thing with Jesus is the injuries. If he stays fit, we know he's going to score goals and do wonders for Arsenal. Little Man says, I think a formation change up front is key. I think we should start Diaz up front since the ball sticks and Nunes on the left, and they can interchange. Thoughts on that drift? Nunes does drift over to the left quite a lot, or when he was playing a Benfica.
Diaz up front would be a bit weird, though. I don't know about that. Nunes does drift out to the left, though. It's going to be interesting.
The boss says, yes, my G's will be okay. Chill, Winston. Big up yourself, boss.
Yeah, big up, bro.
Akash says, Ox, Keïta, Jones, and Milner will be the reason we don't win the Premier League again this season. It's a shame we are wasting the peaks of some of the best players we've had in our team ever. Ali, Fab, Trent. I'm guessing that would be Thiago and Salah. Yeah, I kind of agree with that statement. I'm not going to lie. Jamrock says, I would swap Fofana for James Milner, for Joel Matip or Joe Gomez in a heartbeat. Oh, Jamrock, I got set up for this one.
Jamrock, you've come with some hot takes before. That is mad. Matip, you would swap Matip for Fofana. That is mad. For future proofing, I get it. Matip's 32. Fofana's 22, 23. So obviously, from that point of view, I get it. But in terms of quality, that's ludicrous. Matip was defender of the year last year.
All right, I'm gonna hit. I completely agree with everything you just said. By the way, Gomez though.
No, Gomez is a better player than Fofana. And the thing is, if we're talking about injuries, let's have a whole season of Fofana being over the injury before we know he's okay as well. Because remember, he is coming off of the back of a mad injury. Fofana's levels, but I would just want to bring him in as well as. Do you know what I mean?
Well, like, who'd be fifth choice, Drift?
No, but that's the reason why we would get Fofana at the end of this year. So let Fofana have one more year at Leicester, prove his fitness, continue his development, and then at 33, maybe replace Matip with Fofana. And then you've got Ibu, Gomez, and Fofana, 3 brilliant young players to all play around Virgil. But right now, Matip has to have another season minimum for Liverpool. He was just our best player and arguably the best defender in the league last season. Yeah. There's no way I'm getting rid of Matip this year. No way. I know there's probably going to be people that will disagree, but yeah, not for me.
Right. Prediction time, Drift. Liverpool versus Man City. Who takes it?
Two 2-0 City. Sorry, bro. I'm just being honest, bro.
Man. All I'm hearing in my head right now is Joe Rogan going, "Oh, he's hurt. He's tagged him. He's hurt. He's gonna finish the fight. He's gonna tap." That's what I've got in my head right now. The elephant in the room is Haaland versus Adrian. The elephant in the room is also who runs at City's midfield. And even though we did beat them at Wembley and were brilliant in that first half, there was no Kevin De Bruyne in that game. There will be in this game. That being said, they are behind us in their pre-season in terms of match fitness, etc. I'm going 2-1 Liverpool.
Really?
Going 2-1 Liverpool.
I wouldn't be shocked at penalties either.
No, I wouldn't be shocked either. But I'm going 2-1 Liverpool. Better be 2-1 Liverpool. Better be 2-1 Liverpool. But I'll be honest with you, I am also a little nervous for the game as well.
I just had to say as well, as a caveat to the first preview of the season, for everybody who wanted Mane gone, said he was done, and all the things they said, yeah, you're about to see what Liverpool are like without the man you said we should get rid of. Careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I suppose.
Those people know who they are. I'm not even gonna name people or where those people know who they are. You know, careful what you wish for.
Boy, so Drift. Apart from that, anything you want to say before we take the people out on that bombshell?
Nah, just big up everyone as always. You know what I mean? Love for everyone who's joined in. In a minute, we will be back with a very, very funny, interesting, special show for you guys that we've been looking forward to doing for a very long time. So go and have a cup of tea and whatever. Make sure you join us on the other side. And big up, as always, to all the super chats, all the members. Smash the like button. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe even twice. But obviously, for this preview, we'll see you on Saturday for the watch-along, people.
Enough love, people. Also, make sure you like the video on the way out. Also, let us know your score predictions in the comments if you're not watching this live. For everyone who did catch us live, nothing but love for you guys. If you didn't catch us live, nothing but love for you guys too. And look, there's loads of you who are watching without subscribing. About 50-60% of you aren't subscribing to the channel. It's one button, guys. It takes half a second. Please do it.
Come on, guys.
Please do it.
As you can see there, road to 30, guys. Come on, man. Please
Road
hit
to
that
30K.
subscribe button.
Road to 30K. We're on social media. Follow us there as well. Till we see you, stay safe, stay blessed with Kop-Ish and Liverpool for the Community Shield, starting a quintuple. Ba la 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 la.